Hi, and welcome to Up and Running with Essay Writing Skills. Today I'll walk you through the basics of selecting a good title for an essay. We'll talk about the importance of essay titles, common mistakes in selecting titles for essays, and best practices when sitting for essay exams. A title is like a gate to a house or a mansion. It shows guests where to enter from and leads them to the place where they're expected to be. Likewise, a good essay title gives the reader an idea what the essay is about and what to expect. If you see an essay with no title, you feel confused and lost as to what the essay is about. Just like seeing a house without a gate. You're walking down the street and you suddenly find yourself in somebody's house. Or it's like walking into a DVD store and picking a DVD box off a rack. The box has no text on it, no graphics, and it leaves you with no clue as to what it's about. Good essay titles can also affect your grades positively. By choosing a good title for your essay, you make a good impression on your course instructor, and this raises your chances of getting a good grade. One of the common mistakes students make when taking an essay exam is leaving their essays titleless. So please do not forget to title your essays. Another common mistake is starting with the title before writing the essay. Don't start with the title. Leave some space for the title, then write your essay, and after you finish your essay, select a good title and write it down. Now let's move on to the do's and don'ts of essay titling. There are 5 essential characteristics of a good essay title. The first point we should consider is relevance. Is the title related to the main idea in the essay or not? Well, of course, it must be. Second, try to make your title as specific as possible. Avoid general titles because they don't give a clear idea of what the essay is about. Writing a general title is like asking your readers to stand in front of the Grand Canyon and guess which part of the view you're about to describe. Titles must also be short. Avoid long titles, but don't make them too short either. Titles that are short tend to be too general. Now let's turn our attention to the mechanics of titling. Place your title right above the first paragraph of your essay and center it on the page. We should also observe the title capitalization rules. So let's examine a test question on Christopher Marlowe's play Dr. Faustus. The question is, write an essay to discuss the relationship between Dr. Faustus and Mephistopheles. Mephistopheles is the name of the devil in the play. So how would you answer this question? You write an essay to answer it, of course. Then you select a title for your essay and see if it conforms to the 5 characteristics of a good title we already talked about. Let's check this title out first. Christopher Marlowe. Is this title relevant? Is it related to the question? It's true that Christopher Marlowe wrote this play, but our essay is not about him. It's about 2 characters in the play, Dr. Faustus and Mephistopheles. So this title does not really meet the first requirement because it is not directly related to the question. So we have to retitle our essay. Let's try this one, Dr. Faustus. Is it relevant? Yes, it is. It's related to the question. Now let's move on to the second requirement. Is this title specific? In fact, it's not. It's too broad, general. It does not give a clear and specific idea about the essay. We are required to talk about the relationship between 2 characters in the play. One of them is Dr. Faustus. The other one, Mephistopheles, is not here in the title. So let's change the title to something more specific, like a discussion of the relationship between Dr. Faustus and Mephistopheles in Christopher Marlowe's play. Now, this title gives a very clear idea about the essay, but it raises another issue. It is too long. We'll have to cut it short, but we're not going to make it too short, of course. We have to strike a balance between length and scope. One of the strongest tricks in your bag is to use the keywords in the question and eliminate any unnecessary vocabulary. The keywords are the names of the two characters the examiner wants us to focus on, and the word relationship. So let's change it to the relationship between Dr. Faustus and Mephistopheles. The question I get asked all the time is, how many words should a good title have? As a rule of thumb, don't use more than 8 words. Notice too that the title is written at the top and centered on the page. The fifth point we should consider is capitalization. As a rule of thumb, capitalize the initial letters of words in titles. But note that the word between and the word and are written in lowercase initials. There are 3 basic capitalization rules for titles. First, don't capitalize prepositions like in, on, to, and of, articles, a, an, and the, and conjunctions such as and but. Second, capitalize all other words in the title. Third, always capitalize the first letter in the title, even if it's a preposition, an article, or a conjunction. The first word in this title is the, and it has a capital initial. This is because it's the first word in the title. Now that we've resolved all these title issues, we have a very good title that gives a very clear idea about the essay. One more tip is worth mentioning at this point. If your essay title contains a title, you should underline the title within, if it's a book title, or enclose it in quotation marks, if it's title for a short story or a poem. So we write the theme of greed in Dr. Faustus, and notice that Dr. Faustus is underlined because we're referring to the book, not the character. And we also write symbolism in the sick rose. Notice that the sick rose is enclosed in quotation marks because it's the title of a poem. Let's wrap up what we learned today. First, don't forget to title your essay. Second, select your title after, not before, writing your essay. Third, make sure that the title you select must be relevant, specific, short, centered above the first paragraph of the essay, and consistent with the title capitalization rules. This is about everything you need to know about essay titles. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.
Thank you.